Captain, we're receiving a transmission from Commander Miller at Starbase 4. Commander Miller? Oh no! All decks, red alert! Battle stations! Captain, it's just a transmission from Commander... Ah! What's his problem? Jim played an April Fool's joke on Commander Miller. He's probably gonna be mad at me. Put him on screen.
Captain Kirk.
I didn't do it!
Didn't do what?
Oh, thank God. He didn't sit on the whoopee cushion.
What?
Nothing!
Anyway, Kirk, a few days ago we lost contact with Space Probe QA-95 when it was in orbit of the planet 32 Uranus B. We want you to go make sure it is not damaged.
Alright, sir. Say, how come we haven't received a transmission from you for so long?
Well, I was on a diplomatic mission to Andorra since the end of March. I haven't sat in my chair for 3 months.
Oh no. The whoopee cushion.
Yes, I'm just glad I can sit down in my chair and relax again. Hey!
I think I got away with it. Mr. Sulu, set a course for 32 Uranus B, warp factor 2. Entering orbit around 32 Uranus B, Captain. Captain, the space probe isn't showing on long-range scanners. It couldn't have moved out of range in such a short period of time. In other words, the probe has vanished.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission, to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Captain's log. The Enterprise is in orbit around 32 Uranus B, with former pairs on space probe QA-95. But before we do so, we must answer one question. Where the hell is it? The space probe QA-95 was doing scientific research on the planet's atmosphere when it disappeared. Lieutenant Kyle. What? Who? Yes, Captain. I wasn't asleep or anything like that. There are only 2 possible explanations. Commander Miller gave us false information. Commander Miller gave us false information? What was he thinking, Bones? Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a psychic. Or the space probe crash-landed on the planet's surface. Could we compute a possible landing site based on the probe's last known position? There are a number of variables, Captain, but the computer has come up with the most likely coordinates for the probe to have crashed at. Send the information to the transporter room. Bones, we're beaming down. Prepare transporter, Mr. Scott. But, Captain, what if there's a transporter malfunction like there is in every other bleeding episode of this show? Just energize. He's dead, Jim. Oh no, you don't say! Kirk to Enterprise. Spock here, Captain. Mr. Spock, the red shirt is dead. As usual. Make an official report in the ship's log. Captain, what was the cause of death? Bones, what killed the red shirt? It was probably one of those boulders precariously perched on the edge of that cliff. We'll keep you informed of our progress. Kirk out. Captain, there's a metallic object 1 kilometer to the east. It could very easily be the space probe. Alright, we'll head toward it. Mr. Spock, I'm not bothered to use the technical terms, so I'm just gonna say it simply. The number on the altimeter is kinda getting lower. Just thought I'd let you know.
In other words, our orbital path is decaying.
Yeah, something like that.
Mr. Scott, our orbital path is decaying. Is there anything wrong with the impulse engines?
Of course there's nothing wrong with the impulse engines. I built them myself, sure.
I meant in their present state, Mr. Scott.
Oh, well, there's been a wee bit of deviation from their regular energy output, but apart from that, they're fine.
Very well. Notify me if you find anything. Spock out. We're closing in on the object now, Captain. It's less than 50 meters away.
Look, over there.
It's the space probe, all right, Captain. However, there doesn't seem to be any visible sign of damage. Kirk to Enterprise. Enterprise, come in, Enterprise. They're not answering. Captain, there's an electromagnetic disturbance emanating from directly below us.
I thought this planet was uninhabited, Jim.
Hello! We are explorers from outer space. We come in peace. This always happens.
Why are you doing this to us?
Wait a minute, Universal Translator.
Why are you doing this to us?
Because you are outsiders, and the last time we tried to communicate with outsiders, they destroyed our home planet. This outpost is all that remains of our race.
But they must have been a hostile alien race. We are peaceful explorers.
All outsiders are the same. And as well as your space probe to add to our technology, we have our tractor beam on a large starship in orbit.
Starship in orbit?
The Enterprise! Captain's log, First Officer Spock reporting. We've been unable to communicate with the landing pad, nor have we been able to identify the force that is pulling the Enterprise towards the planet.
We've checked every major system, Mr. Spock. The warp drive, the impulse engines, even the latrines. There is nothing that could be causing our orbit to decay.
Very well. Helmsman, prepare to leave orbit. Full impulse.
Yes, Mr. Spock.
You must leave the landing party temporarily for the safety of the ship.
Mr. Spock, we can't seem to pull away from the planet. It's like we're being held in place by a tractor beam.
Captain, these bars appear to be made of some sort of copper alloy.
A copper alloy? A phaser could cut through that.
Wait a minute. It's open. Now be very, very quiet.
Die, alien scum!
Uh-oh. Captain, they've lowered their magnetic field. Our communicators should be working.
Kirk to Enterprise.
Captain, the Enterprise is being pulled to the planet by a tractor beam. It's only a matter of minutes before we burn up in the atmosphere.
We know where the tractor beam is, Mr. Spock. We're doing our best to deactivate it.
20 seconds to burn up, Captain.
We're all gonna die. Might as well enjoy ourselves. Mr. Sulu, can you work any faster?
Trying, Captain. 10 seconds.
Yep, we're screwed. Just forget it! Mr. Sulu, stand aside! Mr. Spock, we're free of the tractor beam.
Prepare to leave orbit. Full impulse.
We're safely in orbit, Mr. Spock.
Kirk to Enterprise. Captain, are you seriously injured?
No, we're not injured. It's just Sulu's stupid book. Well, all's well that ends well, Mr. Spock. Ahead warp factor 2, Mr. Sulu.
Wait, Captain, what about the space probe?
Well, look, it was probably destroyed in the explosion anyway.
Doctor, your assumption is based off absolutely no facts, and is therefore, and ultimately,
illogical.
Why don't you go touch up your mascara, Mr. Spock?
Doctor, the fact that my physiology is different from yours
Well,
is
what do you
quite similar
expect,
to the
Mr. Spock?
fact
I
that
mean, I'm
you
just trying to do
are
my
highly
job. Ahead warp factor 2, Mr. Sulu.
Still questioning my logic as a
Logic
whole.
is always...